Well, that's interesting.
Aqua, no! You were so pure! You were so young! It's not fair! It's not fair! She doesn't deserve this! She
What's not
never
fair?
deserved this. The fate of Aqua, it's all Mickey's fault. He was busy playing around with his mini games and Disney Castle while somebody was suffering in the realm of darkness for 10 years! Why?
Wait a second. Why are you starting with Microsoft? We're talking about EA right now.
For what? Oh, I guess I'll save that to later. Sure,
Yeah.
fine.
Basically, I'm assuming you only watch the highlights.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I like watching the events themselves, so like, I can put everything in context. So even though I was late, I watched all of EA's event, and it was weird. Like, read as in you probably maybe you've heard about this. I'm not sure how many people are talking about it, but it felt like they had so much missing. There's so much repeated footage, and things like people talking about games but not showing games. It's almost
Yeah,
like
about how there is no gameplay in any of their trailers.
there's no gameplay, but even in-engine stuff where they're like, hey, that thing at the end, Anthem. They're like, here's an Anthem trailer. Now instead of showing you gameplay, let's bring up the developers to talk for 15 minutes. It's like it's weird. Like maybe they didn't have anything, but they're expected
I
to
mean,
make
it's
anything, so
EA,
they
so
just push some. Yeah, but like Bethesda, and we're going to get to that, unless we've already gotten to
yeah,
that.
but
Because
Bethesda has
nowhere
things we
there.
expect. EA is just sports, and just like one other thing.
Yeah, well, with more than one, which is, I mean, I don't know if it's sad that the two best games at your event were the two indie games at your event, because they both look awesome. And it's like, yeah, it's like we need our little big planet. And I'm probably exploding some fan right now who's saying, don't treat my franchise like that, because I have no idea what the first game is, but people seem to like it.
Yeah, Little Big Planet's always something that I wasn't. Wait, are you talking about in terms of insulting on that level or insulting the first of the franchise?
I'm talking about Unravel and its aesthetics.
Oh, I thought you meant that specifically about something compared to Little Big Planet. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I mean, Unravel is fine.
it does look really cool, and that whole seamless two-player jump-in thing. It's like it's cool. The I like that sort of I mean you talked about how much you like shrinking mechanics and scale worlds and stuff like that in Minish Cap. So
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's like I only know Unravel from stuff from like the from pictures I saw before because I never actually saw that in the lineup that I had.
oh, did you actually look at the Unravel 2 trailer?
No, I didn't.
Oh
That's what I
well,
said. In the lineup that I had, that wasn't there. I just saw pictures of Unravel, like the first one, and then, so when you mentioned it, like, oh, I guess that was there.
yeah, you should probably see it because everyone says it's the best thing there. And I guess since you didn't see
I
either of
mean,
the
that's
indie
not
games,
very hard.
that's true. I guess since you didn't see either of the indie games, I can't also talk about how awesome Sea of Solitude looks. They both look awesome, and I'm gonna have to just say they look awesome. The Sea of Solitude looks like some arty farty stuff, but in a good way. And that's all I can
Oh,
say
right,
really.
that thing. I mean, I saw images for that too.
Yeah, and that low poly art style is going to become 3D's version of pixel art in terms of indie games.
Yeah, but that makes things easier for us if you have an engine. I mean, we say that like we actually have some sort of team of game developers going on, even though we have ideas. Hey, check us out if you want to, have some story for your game.
Yeah, check us out. We know
We
enough
have
to
credentials.
say, yeah,
Well, I have credentials because I'm the one, who's technically out of school here, but you technically have more work experience. So,
Oh yeah, that's true. If you need help with bank things, I mean, I would be able to tell you.
that sounds like you're
Don't.
going to get kidnapped.
I'd have enough sense to say, don't spend 20 minutes on a mobile game. Like, the only gameplay they showed, the first gameplay they showed was a mobile game's entire match. Like, and I was comparing that to Bethesda, which I guess we're forced to do overlap, where like
You know, I wonder if the EA conference just like gives out free popcorn just so people can come up to them.
yeah, I mean, well, no, the EA has its like, there's like one very enthusiastic person in the audience.
I mean,
So
one
yeah,
in a million, of course. But something I have to say before I forget is that I went to the Star Wars thing, even though I'm not interested in the slightest, and I saw 1K dislikes, 1K likes. It's like Thanos would be having a hard on.
yeah. The thing is that it was weird because, like I said, this mobile game takes up like 50 minutes and gets full gameplay, and everything else is just that one Star Wars game where there's like, it's definitely real. We'll talk about it in 2 years. Like, it's weird. Why would you do that?
Yeah, and during the point where people are getting polarized on the franchise to begin with.
Yeah, it's funny because that Battlefront 2 was just, we're sorry, for 5 minutes. I mean, it's probably not too late, and also you missed why you should watch the full event because it was incredible. And if you get the clip, you should put it here, where someone's like, Battlefield 5 Battle Royale, boo, and everyone just started booing them, and it was amazing.
Dude, if I saw that's going right in my cringe compilation.
Ugh, awful meme. But yeah, that's. I don't think I have anything else to say. I mean, I probably had something else to say about the mobile thing. I've played Command and Conquer like once, but I'm more of an Age of Empires person, so I was like, who cares? But I know
I
other
have
people
no
who are,
interest whatsoever in those things.
yeah, and people are more passionate than I. Oh yes, not remote. I was gonna say. I guess I'll end on this, and then we'll transition into the other thing, where basically I'm comparing this to Bethesda's, where this is just what's some this mystery mobile game. Let's watch the entire match, and then after the entire match, say, oh, by the way, it's Command and Conquer, and then after that, they did a trailer. It's weird. And then Bethesda with Skyrim for iPhone, where basically they just went, here's Skyrim for iPhones, here's a trailer. Also, it's coming to everything else. It's like, yeah, they're upfront about it.
I mean,
much shorter.
It's Skyrim. Have you not seen the Todd Howard memes? They're
Of course
like,
I have.
what?
Todd Howard has seen the Todd Howard memes, and I guess we'll get into Bethesda after.
Wait,
after.
wait, really?
Yeah, you didn't watch the presentation. We'll get to that because it's not Skyrim.
Dang, it
right?
sounds like I'm actually missing things.
Oh, you
this
missed
time.
out. Yeah, you missed out. So, and it's not actually Skyrim for iPhones. Someone will say that it's Elder Scrolls for iPhones. It's Elder Scrolls for everything. It's a mobile Elder Scrolls game that's coming to everything.
Okay.
And now we're going to end our EA presentation on Bethesda.
You know, that technically sounds like from a standpoint, that sounds like we have nothing. We, on our EA presentation, kind of have nothing. So we're just going to put Bethesda in our own presentation. Just to spice it up. But, yes. I was surprised. So, I'm going to say that I was quite surprised that I cared about more than 1.5 of what Bethesda would show me. Just like, usually it's just like I'd care about one game, and then just like another game would sort of pique my interest, and that would be it. But no, we have 3 games that are interesting. One more so than the others, but you know, it will get to those.
See, that's the weird thing. Like, I don't, because I don't have a good PC. I don't get to play many games because my PC is garbage and I don't have any consoles anymore.
And because you lose your save files.
Oh, well, yeah, because I lose my save files, but so modern, like E3 doesn't mean much to me in terms of playing stuff because I won't get to play any of this until I get a new PC or potentially a Switch or, I mean, not an Xbox because I can just get it on PC, but we'll save that for the Xbox One. So basically, I can't be that close to these reveals, but for some reason, Bethesda's was my favorite conference in terms of the reveals. I just liked everything they showed, and they showed so much for like just one publisher.
Well, the thing is that I going down the wire on this, not down the wire. That's not what I mean. Elder Scrolls does not fascinate me in any sort of way, shape, or form. And neither does a lot of the other stuff. I was actually prepared to just go all like, this is a Bethesda thing. I don't even need to watch it. And then they showed Doom Eternal, and I'm like, okay, all right, sitting down. I guess this is the one that I'm waiting for. The issue is that I know Doom is great, but I still haven't played it because it is 77 gigabytes to put on my computer from Steam. And I need a dedicated day to go to school to try and download that. And I'm not even sure if it can run because my computer isn't exactly high end. But I know the game is great, and for them to just like come out with a sequel like this where it's just like seems to be hell on earth this time instead of Mars, just like this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, of course there's no actual gameplay or whatever, but since they have such a good track record from the remake that we don't really care.
I have to give them props because I was waiting for it, and maybe I might have missed it because I've had a really busy day doing so much different stuff, and so I didn't get to see the full thing. I think I came in like probably 20 minutes late, maybe 15. I saw Rage 2 stuff, and I disappeared and came back around Elder Scrolls Legend. So I think I didn't miss much. And I didn't hear them say anything about the Creation Club, which is kind of controversial. I don't know if you know anything about it, but I'm surprised they had the restraint to not mention it. And people will complain about this. And
wait, controversial how?
It's basically paid mods. And everyone's like, no, we don't want
okay, that's
mods.
a controversial I can afford to talk about if I knew what I was, what the entire deal was, but I don't, so.
I mean, other people have pretty much run through it in a very comprehensive way, so there's not much to add, unless they added something tonight, which for me they didn't. So the thing is that, I completely lost my train of thought. I was saying,
which means it's my turn.
Okay,
So,
I guess
Wolfenstein.
Oh, that also looks really cool.
The new
it has female
Wolfenstein
protagonists,
series.
so of course everyone's gonna hate it.
Oh, come on. Like, of course I see some comments where everybody claims that it's feminism or whatever. It's like female protagonists can't do anything or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's like when the new Wolfenstein has really interested me. It's just that, I haven't been able to get it or play it really. And then it's just like the two daughters of BJ. It's like, carrying on the fight. It was like, you know what? I love this. I love this whole carrying on thing after his father, and the fact that it is two girls actually makes the story more interesting for me.
Yeah, and they're twins.
Yeah,
Oh, one of them's gonna die, obviously.
Oh crap! One of them's gonna die. Why'd you have to say that? I was cruising good on feelings for that. I hate you.
They're not going to be able to resist.
Oh, whatever. But you know what else I can't resist? That cover of Country Roads.
Terror of Country Roads.
Fallout 76, dude.
Oh right, and before I get to that, but I do remember, and I, I kind of want to play Fallout. And that's where the presentation comes in, where they presented it so well that I was just so engaged, I was so into it. But a big downside about this presentation, as I can understand, is that a lot of what's going on is like years later. Starfield, that's like 2020, and Elder Scrolls 6, that's super far away. So people are like, yeah, you're just giving us reveals of stuff that won't be here for a long time. Like,
I mean, hopefully in that time frame I'll be rich enough to buy these things.
hopefully, but Doom is turning. That's a good point. Doom is 2019. Actually, I'm not sure Wolfenstein is. And all right, you didn't since you didn't watch the thing, you don't know about Skyrim Very Special Edition, which was the best reveal.
Okay.
Because it's Skyrim for your Alexa and for your refrigerator. Basically, he Todd Howard went full into the Skyrim is on everything joke. He made a joke about how Fallout 3 is the first Fallout. He said it sometimes it doesn't just work. He did all the memes, and some people are like he's killing the memes, but because I am corny and cheesy, I loved every single one.
Now, and considering our contrasting views on stuff, I may either love it as well or hate it.
Yeah. The only thing is, I'm actually kind of. Oh, it wasn't. It was Amazon Echo, not Alexa. It was actually kind of cool, and I was like, this should be a thing. Where basically it's the entire game is speech based. So he's like, Amazon Echo's like,
You can't get your directions are north, south, east, and Dennis. You type in get ye flask, but you can't get ye flask. And you just have to sit there and wonder why on earth you can't get ye flask, because the game's certainly not going to tell you.
I mean, technically, they did do that. Where it's like, let me drink a health potion, and you're all out of health potions. It's like, oh shoot, and it sounds interesting. Like I know it's just a joke, but that sounds like a cool idea. But yeah, you're gonna say something about Fallout 76, which does look really cool, and
I'm sorry, dude. Who cares how it looks? That rendition of Country Roads, man, is so good.
Oh yeah, it was good. It's the Fallout aesthetic in general is very appealing.
I mean, it's more appealing this time, specifically because of how they prefer the locations. That's something I didn't really like about, which one was it, Fallout 3 or 4, where it went to barren and bleak really quickly. And I mean, I get it, that's the point. But just like in this one, it seems to have a good balance of things left intact and wilderness.
Well, is this because this seems to it's not set. It's set in a different place than other Fallouts. I'm guessing because it's what was it? Not Arizona.
Well, maybe we're Virginia.
Yes, Virginia, I think. And it does look cool. Like there's a lot of different locations. I want to see more of that destroyed city, which isn't shown much of. But cause a lot of different features, and like I said, how they presented everything with the different Fallout in universe instructional videos, which are very nice. And I'm sure we just can't. I mean, I don't know how much you know because you didn't watch the thing, but those nukes. I want to see how that plays out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Mister. I put apocalypse in my personal stories every 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's genius. Where basic for people who don't know, which is no one, but I want to explain anyways. Where they just put locations of nuclear missiles, and if you can just get enough people with the launch codes, you can just launch nukes. That's the coolest thing ever. And it's basically going to be
You are now officially on a watch list because of that statement.
It's like everyone's saying Ancom Dream Universe. You can just decide to own nukes if you please, and the only thing stopping you from getting nukes are other people.
Is Gandhi.
Yep. Oh, well, I don't remember what the Gandhi thing.
Civilization, dude.
Okay. I play.
You don't know the Gandhi glitch?
I know. I just don't know where it's from because I play Age of Empires. Of course, I play Age of Empires 2 Gold Expansion Edition, but I haven't played it in years. So yeah,
Okay then.
you
So
know,
are we done?
no, we're not done. I mean, actually, I have nothing to say about Starfield, and Elder Scrolls 6 was just here's the map. So yeah, I don't have anything to say about either of those. Elder Scrolls, I mean Skyrim for phones. Um, it looks cool. It's coming to everything. That's nice. I guess they want to do the meme twice by bringing Skyrim to everything twice. Prey Moon Crash looks so cool. And I want to play Prey. Play.
Dude, it's surprising how much you're actually getting excited for before we even get to Microsoft, and then we have Sony and
I
Nintendo
mean,
to wait for.
honestly, Microsoft is okay, and that's the thing where I don't know why. Technically, and I guess this is in a tradition of ending on someone else's conference. Technically, Microsoft, and I'll say this again during Microsoft video. Microsoft's conference was good, but for some reason I was just bored. It wasn't bad, but nothing really made me go, whoa! I mean, I
Yeah,
missed
that's
the
because
Halo
you
review.
have no.
I started late,
First
so I
off,
missed the first couple.
you have like no grounds in any of what they're showing.
Yeah, but I have
Um,
no grounds in any of this either. But it still looked cool.
yeah, because it appeals to your aesthetic.
And that's true. I mean, like, because I want to speak a little about Prey before we just start talking about Microsoft again. Prey,
And
it was cool. Like the whole roguelike. This is every time you play through the game, the details will be different. I love that sort of thing. I want to play it right now.
no, you won't play it right now because you'll be busy playing Terraria till that comes out.
Oh well, yeah, Terraria is coming to Switch this year because I saw the Terraria news, and I'm so excited. But I won't
How
get
are you excited? There's nothing to be excited for. You already own the game.
Yeah, but on the 3DS version, so it's less content.
So?
So I want to get, but I'll start talking about Terraria, and I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, I could, but
No, you're not. Because I'm fast, I'm mean, and I'm ending this conversation now.
no, you're ending after I gush about Prey
Didn't you
slightly
already
longer.
say enough about... Didn't you say what you needed to say about Prey?
Yeah, but I want to say it again. It looks cool. Which is, I want to play Prey now. Play. I want to.
Maybe you should actually start praying.
Oh yeah, it is available now, but I can't play it because I don't have a good PC. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, that's the end.
Always have to end on your terms.
No, you can say something then. Go on.
I was going to end it on me saying that you have to end it on your terms, but technically that would be ending it on your terms. So, shut up.